Hi, I'm Scott Jordan. I'm from Ketchum, Idaho. I'm the CEO and founder of Technology-Enabled Clothing. Tech is an ingredient brand licensing company with a patented system for incorporating wires into clothing. We already have 11 licensees, including the North Face, Ralph Lauren, Under Armour, Burton, and several others.
So Scott, what is your ultimate goal?
My ultimate goal is to license the Tech system to other major clothing companies to make Tech a household brand name.
What kind of investment are you looking for, and what do you intend to do with it?
I'm looking for a $500,000 investment from the Sharks in exchange for 15% of my company. And I intend to use that money wisely to build a team and invest in advertising and infrastructure for technology-enabled clothing.
Scott, tell us about your business.
Well, my business is really basically a three-pronged approach. Like I said before, it's an ingredient branded licensing opportunity. It involves intellectual property, the ingredient branding, and unique features. Let me explain each of them. The intellectual property is the most important. It is a fully patented process for incorporating wires in clothing using a complex series of conduits and pockets inside of a garment. So for example, these wires here are third-party wires, and they're run through the lining of the garment. You can take them out easily, and you can listen to your tunes or put them away without having them dangling all over and getting tangled up. That's the patent. That's what the patent covers. Secondly, it's an ingredient branding licensing opportunity using both on-product branding, including hang tags that show this really cool logo for technology-enabled clothing, little logos subtly on the brand. It's ingredient branding much like what you would see for Teflon or Gore-Tex and others, but ours, unlike those, would speak to a functional thing. It's more of a lifestyle and how consumers want to interact with their clothing. It's also going to incorporate a very slick point of purchase display so that when you're in a store, you're deciding between two different brands and you see that one brand has the technology-enabled clothing system built in as demonstrated, you're going to gravitate towards that brand and it's going to help that company sell more products. In addition, and this is the cool part, there's a bunch of other tech features that come along with this licensing opportunity. For example, we have a weight management system that allows you to carry all your devices without it looking like you are. In this jacket here, this is a vest made by one of our licensees. As you can tell, the wires are neatly hidden, but I have my iPhone here, and in this pocket here, check it out, I have an iPad. We have a full line of clothing, to our licensees that will enable them to design clothing to carry, the devices that they want to use. So also, there's a whole suite of other features, including clear touch fabric that enables you to see through, magnetic closures, the list goes on, hanging pockets. So there's all these features that will add value to these other clothing brands.
So Scott, what's the most special or interesting thing about Tech?
Well, the most interesting thing about Tech, I think, is that it's invisible on the outside other than the subtle branding. You can apply the technology-enabled clothing system to any garment whatsoever, whether it be a vest, a workout shirt, pants, a ski jacket, a leather jacket, and women's clothing too. It applies to every garment imaginable, and it adds value by incorporating the Tech system. Moreover, to incorporate the Tech features, it costs very little from a construction standpoint. Tech is a proven business model. We have 11 licensees to major clothing companies that I mentioned before, North Face, Columbia, among others. And we've had over $200,000 in revenues to date. And we are cash flow positive. We've invested already over $300,000 in getting the patent and defending the patent. So it is a proven business model. The market for Tech is massive. I mean, if you just think about how many people own pieces of technology, whether it be cell phones, iPhones, iPads, Each one of those people are potential customers for technology-enabled clothing. In addition, the iPhone accessory market is in the billions per year. You can think of technology-enabled clothing as an iPhone accessory. And there are commercial, industrial, and military applications for technology-enabled clothing as well.
So how did you come up with the idea?
Well, I came up with the idea, as they say, necessity is the mother of all invention. And I was juggling all my devices in a business casual environment, doing a lot of traveling, never having enough pockets to put my stuff in, and whatever pockets I had weren't shaped right, didn't hold the products I had right, and my wires were dangling all over me. So with the help of my wife, Laura, we came up with this thought of taking a travel vest or a fisherman's vest, but removing all those exterior pockets and designing the pockets to accommodate the things that people were carrying. And we came up with SCOTTeVEST and incorporated the patented system of the conduits to hide the wires. It took a while for the patent issue, as you may know, 7 or so years. So while we were waiting for the patent issue, we formed another company as a proof of concept. That company was SCOTTeVEST. And we wanted to prove to other clothing companies that by incorporating the tech system, you could sell more clothing. Well, it worked. SCOTTeVEST has had over $23 million in sales, and we're on track to double sales this year alone. We believe that by other clothing companies, established clothing companies, incorporating the tech system, they can increase their sales as well.
So what has been your biggest challenge?
Oh, my biggest challenge. I think when I first started technology-enabled clothing, my friends and my family, they fell into two groups. Half of them thought it was the dumbest idea in the world, and half of them thought it was brilliant. And I think my biggest challenge was, convincing the half that thought it was a stupid idea, that it was a great idea. And I wasn't sure whether they thought it was a dumb idea or just didn't think I can pull it off. But convincing them has been my biggest challenge. And I've proven, by making technology-enabled clothing and licensing and accomplishing all that we have done today, that I've surpassed that challenge.
So what are some of the coolest things that have happened in your business?
Well, some of the coolest things that have happened in my business, and there have been so many, it's hard to pick just a couple, but some that come to mind. Very recently, we got a call from the FBI, and they heard about the technology-enabled clothing system and thought it would be an excellent use for their men in the field. And we sold over 500 units to the FBI, and separately, the special ops and various other law enforcement. So it's really cool to be involved with helping our military out in that manner. But I think to this day, one of the very coolest things that ever happened was we got an order off the internet from Steve Wozniak, the co-founder of Apple, and through a series of email exchanges, I actually became great friends with Steve Wozniak, and I'm proud to say that the co-founder of Apple Computers sits on our board of advisors. There's been so many things that have happened, and I know that the future is only brighter with the Sharks' help. So I'm asking the Sharks for some help. Thanks for listening. I'm Scott Jordan, founder of Technology Enabled Clothing, and I am out of here.